This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
NRL continued. It was the first game for the Melbourne Storm. Under this man, they have never lost their debut game, or the round one game. 56-18. Storm absolutely flogged Parramatta yesterday. There is an unbelievable documentary that's on Stan right now. It's called Craig Bellamy Inside the Storm, and for 22 years, he has led this team to so much success, and we are very lucky to have him on the line this morning. Craig, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Have a look at him on a fresh Melbourne morning.
Craig Bellamy, we're all put on this earth with a special gift, right? You were put on this earth to lead young men and to see how you can individually get to each player and work out their personalities very early, but also get the best out of them. I think the biggest thing that I learn about this, it's not about football at all. This is learning about work ethic and further in life as well. Like, you're setting these young men up to go and lead their lives after football as well. To have that culture and that work ethic is big for you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably the main thing for me. My dad used to always tell me, had a little saying about hard workers get lucky. Yeah. Sometimes you don't get as lucky as quickly as you'd like, but you keep working hard and you'll get lucky. And that's what I've always done. So, the main message for me to players, young players, when they come in, and even like older players, is this really what you want to do? You need to do what's important to you. At your age, at your stage of life, do what's important to you. But when you decide what's important, you've got to give it all you got. Grab it and run with it hard.
Okay, the three things that I picked up. Number one, I love the program that you do. For every new player that comes to the Melbourne Storm, they have to train every day, obviously, but they go out and they work on a work site for 2 weeks. And your mentality behind that is, boys, if you don't want to play football, if you don't want to put in the hard yards, this is what you're going to be doing if you're not playing football. So that's always... And that's even the big recruits that you get to the club as well, Craig. Is that correct?
It wasn't only, about... if you don't make a success of footy, this is what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I think sometimes some players get caught up in the web of footy and they don't sort of mix a whole heap with people outside footy. And I think it's a good lesson for younger players and older players to go out and see that other people doing different jobs, or it's important to them too. It's not just footy. Footy isn't just everything. There's other people, they have to go out and support their family. They see their jobs as really important, and they are. So, like I say, it's just a little thing about just because you're an NRL player, that doesn't make you more important than anybody else.
You were talking about your grandkids softening you up before when they came into the world, Craig. You've got to be patient when you coach a young man by the name of Cam Munster. Do you know, this documentary is great, Whip, and it's on Stan now. You've got to go see it. But is he the one player that gets away with a lot of stuff with you, Craig Bellamy? Because the amount of times he dacked you in this documentary and you let him get away with it.
I think the only way I can pay him back is just punch him in the head. But I probably can't do that. I'd probably get a hiding anyway. So, like the one thing that I'm probably disappointed in my career is I've never found the consistency in Munster, and I'd be very glad to meet someone if they could work that out. But, one thing, he always keeps me on my toes. So
you're going to find those special ones.
Your son works with you in the box on match day. Is it true that the players go to your son after a bad loss and say, "Can you bring your kids up so we don't get yelled at by Craig after the game"? Is this true, Craig Bellamy?
It's a little bit true. I think the grandkids now are all at school, so they used to ask him to bring them down on our review day. That's when I'd sort of make a few points there. So, unfortunately, it doesn't happen these days. So,
hey, the other day as well, on our show, we did a phoner. Did you have a nickname growing up that you had no idea what it was all about? Did your family call you something? Because you revealed that you were called Ned, and you are still called Ned now by your family, but for 13 years you had no idea what it meant.
Yeah, I didn't know where Ned come from, and then Ned, I got a bit older, and then that was short for Edward. I didn't Edward, I didn't sort of understand, but I think my mum told me, she said, you was a wild little bastard when you were a kid, so it was wild as Ned Kelly. That used to be a saying apparently back in the day, so that's how I got Ned.
Oh, I love that.
It is unbelievable. He is one of the greatest coaches this country has ever produced. Craig Bellamy, Inside the Storm. It's only on Stan right now. Thank you very much for your time, mate, and good luck for 2025.
No, thanks a lot, guys. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Good on
Craig.
you, legend.
See you, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
Fitzy Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.